Hello, I am Dr. Lisa Palladino-Kim, and what I would like to do is share a project that builds on the virtual healthcare simulation originally developed by Becky and Jason. So, building on the foundation, I developed an immersive clinical research ecosystem that integrates pharmaceutical sponsors, clinical research operations, and academic clinical research sites. The simulation was designed to support students and professionals working in clinical research, particularly involved in human testing leading up to FDA approval. My goal was to help the learners strengthen their communication, their investigation, and their critical thinking skills in a realistic clinical research environment. Now, students needed to practice interacting with these primary investigators, asking questions at the site, or responding to issues that might arise. So, to support these goals, I developed two different simulations. The first scenario that was developed was focused on communication and metacognitive practice. Now, students interacted with a virtual physician, as you can see, Dr. Patel, who's on the right-hand side of this form, who would help guide them through the protocol-related discussions. So during these conversations, the students would ask ChatGPT or the simulation questions, receive clarification about the study procedures, and then they had to respond to follow-up questions that really challenged them to think critically about the information they were given. Through this process, the students learned how to evaluate the protocol from a complexity standpoint, as well as the feasibility, including whether the site had maybe the enough staff or resources or capability to even participate in that clinical research study. Now, the second scenario focused on CAPA, or a corrective and preventative action analysis. In this exercise, students were presented with audit findings from a clinical research site. These findings included situations such as enrolling a participant, maybe without proper informed consent, or that someone got into the clinical research study that didn't even meet the criteria to be eligible, or they failed the administering the investigational product without the required time frame. So what the students would have to do is they'd have to investigate the issue by interviewing different virtual staff members at that clinical research site. They'd ask questions, gather information, they'd piece together what happened, maybe identify contributing factors, and really determine who was involved. From there, they develop both immediate corrective actions to resolve the problem and preventative actions to help reduce the likelihood of similar problems occurring in the future. This often included revising maybe standard operating procedures, recommending staff training, or communicating with the sponsor, pharmaceutical companies, about the protocol concerns. What made the simulation really especially valuable was the level of interaction and realism that they provided. Rather than completing static paper-based exercises, students were able to really engage directly with the virtual characters and navigate scenarios that closely reflected a real clinical situation. Many students shared that the AI interactions felt authentic and really helped them build confidence in their communication and decision-making skills. One student specifically made the comment that the CAPA simulation strengthened both their critical thinking and their ability to make meaningful investigative questions. So overall, the AI-driven simulation was designed to better prepare future clinical research professionals for a collaborative and communicative intensive nature in the field. By creating a safe environment of practice, the simulations really allowed students to develop professional skills, improve their confidence, and gain hands-on experience in real-world clinical research challenges.